Welcome into another edition of The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor presented by LB's Meat Market. I'm Neil McCready, joined as always by Greg Jones, LB's Meat Market right here in Oxford. We'll tell you about LB's in a moment. And we're always joined by Caroline McCready, Legacy Studio of Performing Arts, where she teaches dance there in Fayetteville, Arkansas. We have a special guest today. Caroline, you might not know this, is the Director of Programming at Chi Omega sorority there at Arkansas. Her assistant, Sophia Shepard, joins us as a special guest here on week 13 of The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor. Sophia, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us. Tell the people a little bit about yourself, and then of course your football knowledge is this. We're going to talk about how close this race is between Greg and Caroline for the coveted LB's Cup. So you could be a difference maker on a week where we have a lot of games. So tell us about yourself.
I don't know if I'll be any help, but I have a history of good luck. But I'm from Springdale. I'm a sophomore, so I'm really close to home from Fayetteville. It's like 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm Caroline's assistant, and I'm glad to be here today. I feel really cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
we always have a special guest. Like every season, we have a special guest. Like two or three.
No, we didn't have one last. Well, I guess Campbell was one last year, technically.
Yeah, she's definitely special.
Yeah, she's special. Come on. All right, LB's Meat Market, 2008, University Avenue in Oxford, right across the street from Kroger. Let Kroger be your landmark, but don't go to Kroger. You're going to hate yourself. You're going to walk through the aisles of Kroger and you're just going to be depressed. If you just head across the street to LB's, you'll be so thankful. The freshest cuts of beef, pork, chicken, fresh seafood. They've got house-made sausages. If you like spicy sausage, they got that. If you like sausage that's not spicy, they got that. They got the jalapenos, stuffed jalapenos, the stuffed mushrooms, the bacon-wrapped asparagus, and much, much more. Don't forget, on the left side, the frozen section, you can grab out of the frozen section. You're going to get $2 off. It just got frozen recently, like yesterday. You can take it home, thaw it in some water. You're good to go. You're going to save yourself a little money. And if you want to save yourself more money, text your order to Greg and the people at LB 662-259-2999. Text them what you want and when you want it. You don't even have to communicate with the person, and you'll save 10% off your order. Right there at LB's Meat Market. You will be thrilled that you did. We got some steaks from LB's last weekend, and they were absolutely amazing. The bone-in ribeye was terrific. The bone-in strip was terrific. Laura always just likes the strip. She loved her strip. It was fantastic. So we got that. Got some bacon-wrapped jalapenos, the stuffed jalapenos. Those were fantastic, as always. So, Greg, we were talking about this before we got started. Thanksgiving, as people watch this a week away, I know that's not your biggest holiday. Your big holidays, Christmas and New Year's and stuff coming up. But all right, what you got going on for Thanksgiving at LB's?
I think I'm going to do maybe a holiday sausage. I usually do the harvest apple, and it's got apples. So I was thinking about doing apples and cranberries and bacon. So maybe kind of like a turkey sausage or maybe something like that. But we're getting fresh turkeys in, turkey breasts. So I'm going to smoke some turkey breasts. So if you want to get a fresh smoky turkey breast, you can do that option. It's just, we'll have the lane trains, of course, and, the ribeyes if you want to, change it up. I'm a big Chinese food guy when it comes to Thanksgiving. I like to just, me and my mom like to go Chinese whenever we're not, if we're working, because it's hard to be closed. We have some people that ask if we're going to be open on Thanksgiving Day, and I'm like, we try to be closed on Thanksgiving Day, but if it's always a big order, I usually try to help some people out on that. But yeah, just ready for this weekend. I'm kind of nervous. Florida's been playing pretty decent, so hopefully we can get it done and then take care of state next week.
Yeah, Ole Miss in Florida this Saturday in Gainesville, and then Ole Miss comes home to finish the regular season with Mississippi State. This year, it's on Black Friday instead of Thanksgiving Day. I am personally quite thankful. The game is what are you thankful for on Thanksgiving? This year, it's going to be, there's no Egg Bowl tonight. It's tomorrow. I'm thrilled with that. This year, it's on Friday, 2:30. So we'll talk about that next week. We'll talk about the Florida game in a moment. Sophia, you got big Thanksgiving plans? Is it just a family deal there in Springdale?
No, usually we go down to either Arkadelphia because that's where my dad's from, or Texarkana because that's where my mom's from. So usually we switch off every year. I don't know where we're gonna go this year. We'll see.
Which one do you like better? Be honest. No one's listening.
Probably Texarkana.
Your mom might listen.
I know my
actually.
mom actually might listen to this, but Arkadelphia, it's just like fields. No hate on fields, but it's just fields.
Yeah.
Canada.
So you guys, what do you have this weekend? You've got slating for sorority this weekend. Is that right?
Yep, and then we have the Louisiana Tech game. My last game is a college student,
Yeah.
and
Wait.
yeah, that's sad.
Wait, the
Oh.
last game is against Louisiana Tech?
Well, the last home game.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there's like a new little like bar thing at the stadium, and so my friends got tickets to like go there. It's like I don't think it's a restaurant. I think it's just a bar, but it's like it was like $25, so not bad. So we're gonna go there.
Oh, that's cool.
And the game's at 3.
Up in the up on the thing, up on the landing sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Greg. 2 weeks ago, you went 2-4, and Caroline went 0-6. You gained.
Well, I probably went 0-6 this week, did I?
This week, you guys flipped roles. Caroline went 2-4, and Greg had the disaster. Greg had the bomb fall. Greg went 0-6. Caroline went 2-4. And so the two of you now are back to within one game. Greg, you have a 1-game lead. You're 51-54. Caroline is nipping at your heels, 50-55. This is literally anybody's ball game at this point. Anybody's game. We got a huge slate of games this week. We always do all the SEC games. We do all games involving teams where both teams are in the top 25. And so we've got a bunch of those this week. Y'all ready to go?
Ready.
All right.
Right.
And I'm going to go ahead and give you a gift as an early Christmas gift. There's no line on Wofford at South Carolina. That game is at 3:00 on ESPN. I'm going to let you just pick a winner, South Carolina or Wofford. And if you get it right, I'm going to give you a free game. This is the easiest. This is the nicest thing I've ever done for either of you. Caroline, you get to go first since you won.
Okay.
Don't
We're picking that one.
Don't overthink this. Just pick a winner.
South Carolina.
Thank you. There you go.
Yeah, I like Wofford. I'm a dog guy. I like terriers. I'm out on the bird.
You're kidding, right?
Yeah, I'll take South Carolina.
All right. Here we go. All right. So week 1, Caroline, you won. So last week, so you get to go first. Those are the rules. It is Indiana, undefeated Indiana, heading to Ohio State. The Buckeyes have lost once. That was at number 1 Oregon. This game is at 11 a.m. It is on Fox. Caroline, the Indiana Hoosiers are an 11-point underdog.
Okay, Ohio State, I literally always pick them because of dance. That's a fun fact.
Oh,
Their dance is really good. So I'm going to stick with that one.
It's valid.
You know, I watched the entire BCS show yesterday, Greg, and at no point did anybody on the committee say, watch out for Ohio State because they can dance. But, hey, it has worked for Caroline pretty much all year.
Well, I mean, that's an angle that they need to consider, I know for sure Hugh Freeze refreshes every Thursday at about 3:30 waiting for to watch this show with his double styrofoam cup, and he just kind of waiting to laugh at me about him. I bet he started his press conference out with, you know what? We can beat that 10 times out of 10. But thank goodness that quarterback went to Vanderbilt. We had already lost to him because didn't Pavia play for New Mexico State?
He did.
At one time?
He did. Yeah.
So, yeah, double styrofoam Hugh.
All right, Greg, she's going to take the Buckeyes, and she's going to lay 11 against Indiana.
Yeah, man, I don't know if Indiana is the real deal or not, and I would hate to find out in Columbus, Ohio. I'm going to take the Buckeyes at home. I like the Buckeyes at home.
All right. At the same time, it's Ole Miss heading on the road to Florida to play the Gators in the Swamp. This game at 11 a.m. on ABC. Ole Miss, Greg, is a 10-point favorite.
Man, that's a lot of points. I think this is going to be a really close game. I just don't see us winning by 2 touchdowns. But I can. I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm gonna take Florida. I think we win by a field goal.
Wow.
I mean, I'm just worried about these 11 o'clock games.
Yeah.
Man. Coming off a bye. I mean, I'm trying to not bet with my heart here, and and just I'm kind of worried about it, honestly. Really.
All right, Caroline. Greg is going to take the Gators and 10 points at the Swamp against his Rebels.
What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like every time I've never actually watched a whole Ole Miss game this season, but I feel like every time I look at the TV and Ole Miss
They're
is on,
winning.
they're winning. So
I think I'm gonna pick Ole Miss.
I'm just going to tell you guys, I think Ole Miss blows Florida out. I don't think this is close. I really don't.
Okay, I'm switching. Can
No,
I
it's
switch?
too late. You're in. You're
Oh!
you have
Okay, I'm
made
just
your
gonna
pick.
drink this
Drink your Grey Goose. Drink your Grey Goose. There you go. All right.
Idiots.
I think Ole Miss wins this game big. I've said it all week. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Florida. What they did against LSU last weekend, it was impressive, but it was kind of not fluky, but it was kind of weird. And it was weird in a way that stuff doesn't really happen like that routine. LSU had 90-something snaps from scrimmage. Florida had 40-something. LSU took a gun basically and just shot itself in the foot over and over and over.
I'm just trying to do this reverse voodoo kind of thing, maybe.
I understand.
I'm being that Ole Miss fan for a long time. You're like, all right, this is the one we lose.
I have the same feeling about this game that I did the Ole Miss Arkansas game, where everybody else was freaked out and they were going, Arkansas is going to win, and I was like, I've seen Arkansas, and I don't really think that. I think Ole Miss wins, and they did. So I'm kind of the same way. All right, couple of big line games here, starting with this one, Caroline. It's UMass, the University of Massachusetts. They head to Georgia to play the Georgia Bulldogs. This is at 11:45 a.m. Central on SEC Network. Georgia's going to win, but here's the question. Is Georgia going to win by more than 45.5 points?
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of points. That's a lot. I don't really keep up with Massachusetts. I don't know how good they are in football.
They're horrible.
but
They are
isn't
horrible.
amazing. It could, but also
Georgia UMass just fired its coach. They have an interim coach this week. They fired Don Brown.
Oh wow.
that's like
Ooh.
I just don't. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Massachusetts because I think that's too many points.
All right. 45.5 is too rich for her, Greg. What about you?
I mean, I'm thinking it's going to be 45-0 at halftime, and maybe 10-3 in the second half. So I'm in the clear on that, right? So
Yeah,
I'm going to take Georgia.
That would do it.
Maybe 56-3 or 56-0.
What's the richest sausage you have? What's the yes, the word. What's the richest sausage you have?
Like price wise, or
No,
just
like calories. Just it's
oh yeah,
full of
well,
just
I've got some Wagyu A5 fat from a chuck roast. I can make some serious rich like ground beef. So I'd say that A5 ground beef. And remember we did the burger challenge. I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't think the burger it would be good for the burger challenge. It's just real, but yeah, it's just really rich. It's like eating a pound of chocolate.
Try it.
the burger challenge. Sophia was back in season 2, maybe.
Yeah, it was during COVID. It was 2020, I think, when
season 1.
when Parker came to Oxford to try a burger.
Parker Sheeran, Campbell's friend, former Kyo, had never had a hamburger.
Never.
She had a hamburger from LB's.
where is she from? Isn't she?
She's from
Memphis?
Collierville. Memphis.
Collierville. Yep.
What?
It was a pretty good show. I mean, what's so great
great.
about this is like we literally can go back into the archives and like click on it and be like, "Oh, it's Parker's burger episode."
Yeah. Yeah.
Never
All
heard
right.
of her.
Speaking of rich games, we got another one here, Greg. It's UTEP, University of Texas at El Paso. They are headed to Tennessee to play the Vols. This is at noon on ESPN Plus. In other words, if you want to watch this, you got to stream it. UTEP, Greg, is a 41.5 point underdog.
Yeah, I'll take Tennessee. I'll just lay all the woods here on all the big lines. How much is Tulsa getting paid?
Who?
How much
UTEP?
is UTEP? I mean, UTEP getting paid.
Probably a couple $1 million.
Wow, that's awesome.
All right, Caroline, he's going to take Tennessee and lay 41.5. You weren't willing to lay 45.5. Are you willing to lay 41.5?
Yeah, we were just quietly discussing. We're going to go with Tennessee.
Yeah.
I don't even know who UTEP is, so.
They're minors.
They're the Miners. University of Texas, El Paso Miners.
Miners. Interesting.
All right, Caroline, it's the Kentucky Wildcats, who have not won an SEC game since beating Ole Miss at the end of September. They head to Austin, Texas to play the Longhorns. Your Razorbacks gave the Horns a battle last week, but you guys couldn't finish the deal. Texas is at home, 2:30 ABC. Texas is a 21-point favorite. It gets hard late in the year because Vegas is on these games. They have so many metrics now, they get the number pretty close to right.
For sure.
I think it's a home game, right? At Texas?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Texas, I think.
All right. Greg, she's gonna take the Horns and lay 3 scores.
Yeah, I think I might have to take Texas too. They're a disaster. Kentucky's a full-blown disaster right now.
Yeah, they're bad.
I think Kentucky beat Ole Miss at the
But
beginning.
they've lost their last 6 SEC games since.
I think Kentucky got Ole Miss at the right time, like coming
Yeah.
on.
And then they went downhill.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a good team. It just they have to play a particular style. It's almost like Iowa, like
It's the weird thing about sports, right? If Kentucky and Tennessee played 10 times, Ole Miss would win 9 of the 10 times. Hugh Freeze is like going, see, but it doesn't work like that. You get them the one time, and you just got to. If you do it the one time, it counts, and that's the deal.
And also you're going to have bad games. Like you're going to go through a season that you're like, hey, well, you don't show up, and you just got to somehow just make a play in a particular moment and just have one more point. And it doesn't matter who it was the opponent. It's a win, So just got to find a way, but they just didn't find a way.
All right, one of my favorite games of the week is in Tempe, Arizona, Greg. It's BYU heading to Arizona State. This is at 2:30 on ESPN. This is a game with huge Big 12 ramifications. BYU is a 3.5-point underdog.
I'm going to go Arizona State because I like their running back's name, Scatterboo.
Oh, yeah.
A real great name, Scatterboo.
All right, Caroline, he's going to go Sun Devils and lay the 3.5.
I don't know. I feel like I always used to pull the Utah card because of TikTokers.
Did BYU have that cool mascot?
Oh, yeah.
Don't they have that
Oh,
cool-
yeah, the mascot is like a professional dancer.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, the Cougar.
Yeah.
I'll go with BYU.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, they got serious dance angles for that.
I'll just tell you, I love Arizona State in this game. Love it.
And I like their mascot, how his name's Sparky.
The Sun Devil, yeah. Like, I think if you told me that I could come back and I had to go to college someplace and it didn't matter whether I got a good education or not, I think I would go to Arizona State.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Just I think
perfect weather all the time. You got spring training.
I went to Scottsdale for spring break, and it was my favorite, like one of my favorite trips I've ever been on.
Yeah.
Like isn't it like 100 degrees, but doesn't feel like 100 degrees or something?
Yeah.
No, we went at the perfect. It was like 70 degrees whenever we.
March in Arizona is amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. All right. We got. Let's see whose turn is it. It's Caroline's turn. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Caroline. It's the game there in Fayetteville this weekend. It's Louisiana Tech heading to Arkansas to face the Hogs. 3 p.m. on ESPN Plus. Louisiana Tech, Caroline, is a 23.5-point underdog.
Did choose Arkansas, right?
I don't know. That's kind of a lot of points too.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Arkansas's not good.
yeah, I feel like either we always barely win or we get like blown out. So I don't know how I feel about 23.5.
You covered last week against Texas. Arkansas covered the line against the Horns. Louisiana Tech's coming off they're bad. They're coming off a big win at Western Kentucky.
Okay, I feel like the weeks that I don't pick Arkansas, I I don't get the game right. So I'm going to go with Arkansas.
Okay. All right, Greg, she's going to take the Razorbacks, lay 23.5.
Arkansas is a second half team. It seems like they were down at half, and so if they don't show up in the first half and they're not up 20-something to nothing in the first half, I don't think they're going to cover the line because their backups aren't that good. Maybe they've been eating the Tyson Razorback chicken tenders.
Could be.
All right, I'm gonna take Arkansas.
Oh, you're taking Arkansas. You both are.
Yeah, because of the chicken tenders. They've been eating the chicken tenders.
Yeah. The Razorback shaped tenders. We got to get some of those, Caroline, and bring them home just to see.
Okay.
Just check them out.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's a real chicken breast that's like shaped like a hog.
It is, which is a weird thing, but hey, it's okay. Also, if you bring some of that back and you're at the grocery store, Caroline, and they have the Homewrecker IPA from Bentonville Brewery, please grab some for your dad.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Okay. Just text me that and I will grab it.
Okay. All right. Arkansas plays Missouri next week, Greg. This week, Missouri is in Starkville, Mississippi to face the Mississippi State Bulldogs. This game's at 3:15 on SEC Network. The Tigers, Greg, a 7-point favorite over the Bullies.
Whew. I don't feel like I think I've taken Mississippi State maybe one time, and I don't like Missouri. I'm still kind of flustered about that Buffalo last minute cover. Okay, I'm gonna take Missouri this time.
All right, Caroline, he's going to take the Tigers. He's going to lay the 7 at Mississippi State. The Bulldogs still looking for their first SEC win of the season.
I both agree with Greg. We're going to take Missouri.
Yeah, I agree. This State's bad. All right, got a big national game here. Kind of hits in a lot of different ways. 6:00 on NBC. It's Army. Still very much in the college football playoff race. They're playing Notre Dame at Yankee Stadium in New York. The Cadets, God bless them, are a 16-point underdog against the Fighting Irish.
I don't know. I like the Army. Is Notre Dame good?
Notre Dame's good. Notre Dame has one loss. They're very much in the college football playoff race themselves. Although a loss to Army would be the end of that. That'd be night for the Irish.
But they don't play in a conference, so a little bit on the soft side for me.
Yeah, they're soft.
Okay, Notre Dame.
All right, Greg, they're going to take the Irish and go against the troops. They're going to lay the 16.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever taken Notre Dame, and I don't think I ever will. I'm going to go with Army. Hopefully they'll have those cool helmets, the leather in stitched helmets. Hopefully they'll bring out like Newt Rockney and maybe rally the troops. I don't think Newt Rockney. No, wait, who went to Army? What did? Bunch of guys went. I think some good players were.
From way back in the day. Did you see Army
black and white day, no color. Yeah.
Army unveiled the uniform they're going to wear for the Army Navy game. It's badass.
I saw it.
It is so awesome. They did a 3-minute video. Man, it was like I was ready to run through a wall. I was like, let's go. I was so ready to just for one more, go out and have one more play. I'll probably separate my shoulder again, but I want to go out and just hit somebody one time after watching that video. It was awesome.
I'll have to look it up. I hadn't seen them.
Oh, it's great. It makes you just feel patriotic and
it makes you feel like American.
Yeah, which is good. It's kind of good to have some of that. All right. SEC, Alabama, very much in the SEC championship race, very much in the college football playoff race. They head to Norman, Oklahoma to play the Sooners. This game's at 6:30 on ABC. Greg, Alabama is a 14-point road favorite.
This should be a good color game too. There should be nice.
Great uniform game. Great uniform game. Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of points in the SEC game, but Alabama's playing really good. I'm gonna take the Tide on the road.
Okay.
High Tide.
All right, Caroline, he's going to roll Tide and lay in the 14.
I agree.
Okay. Both of you going with Alabama. All right, this is a big one. A lot of people are on this one. A lot of people are going upsets on this one. A lot of people think they smell something in the water. It's Texas A&M, a week away from the big showdown with Texas. They haven't played each other in 9 years. It could have SEC championship ramifications. It could have college football playoff ramifications. But first, you can't overlook Auburn. Texas A&M has to go to Auburn on Saturday night, 6:30, ESPN. The Aggies are a 2.5-point favorite on the Plains, Greg.
I'm taking Texas A&M. I think they've already fell in their trap in South Carolina. It's yes, it looks like a trap, but Auburn doesn't beat good teams, and I think Texas A&M is a decent team, good enough. So I'm pretty sure he's going to, say at the start at the end of the post game conference, he's going to say, "I'm pretty sure we can beat these guys 9 times out of 10." So I think we're going to go that route, and then Texas A&M kick a field goal to win the game.
All right, Carolina, in the battle of the Colts, Greg is going to go with the one from Texas, laying 2.5 against the Reverend Hugh Freeze and Auburn. What say you?
I mean, I hate both of these schools, but I think that I hate Auburn more. So I'm going to go with A&M.
Okay. So cultish, the two schools. They ought to meet in the middle and just play on a parking lot somewhere.
Yeah.
Sure Hugh would like that. They could meet in Tampa.
Maybe in Shreveport at the Liberty Bowl. I mean at the
Independence Bowl. Yeah.
Independence Bowl. Be a good
right.
spot right there halfway.
It would be. All right, last game. I think this is an interesting game. It's Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt hitting the road. They're going down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 6:45 SEC Network. It's Vanderbilt and LSU. Caroline, the Commodores are a 9-point underdog on the road. LSU coming off the loss to Florida. They're eliminated from all the championship stuff. Vanderbilt has their 6th win. They're looking for 7. Still have Tennessee on deck.
I think I'm going to go with Vanderbilt.
I like it. All right, Greg, she's going to take the doors and get her 9 points.
Yeah, I'm going to take the guys that actually want to play. I'm going to with Ben. I mean, I do like seeing typing in Brian Kelly on the Twitter and seeing all the faces like, "Don't break our table, Brian." He's a funny looking madman.
I think LSU's on quit watch Saturday. I really do. I think LSU's on quit watch. They looked a little quitty in Florida when they actually had something to play for. I thought I saw some quitting, and now they have nothing to play for. And this is quit watch. This is rollover, and I don't care, and I don't like my coach. Quit watch.
Oh man, the Kentucky guys are going to be so butthurt if they grab the guy from Tulane. What's his name?
If LSU does?
Oh yeah, they want him so. Kentucky wants him back so bad.
Oh, that's the running back.
No, the coach.
John Summerall.
Summerall, yeah. He's a good coach.
John's a friend of mine, friend of MPW Digital.
I'm a big fan of his. I like him a lot.
Hot commodity right now. He's one that his name pops up a little bit in Fayetteville in the event that Sam Pittman steps down. Kentucky can't fire Stoops. They owe him $40-something million. They're stuck with him.
Yeah, well, Kentucky got lucky that Calipari walked away from the $30 million that he was owed, but I think there was some things going on that went mutual that they had to just go their separate ways.
Yeah, I do too, but I don't think Stoops is.
No, I don't think. Yeah, no.
Cal had a place to go, right? Arkansas wanted Cal, and Cal was interested in going to Arkansas. I don't know that anybody wants Stoops. He's kind of stuck there, and so he's not walking. Somebody asked him, "Are you going to walk away?" He's like, "From $44 million? No."
It's wild,
ridiculous. Yeah, of course he's not.
It's crazy, but yeah, he's stuck there. But yeah, I know those Kentucky people be butt hurt. They some are all went to LSU or Arkansas.
All right. So to recap a little bit, you guys you differed on a few things. Let's see. You both have Ohio State. Greg's got the Gators plus 10. Caroline going with the Rebels, laying the 10. Caroline taking UMass and 45.5. Greg's going with the Bulldogs, laying the points. They're both laying a 41.5 with Tennessee, 21 with Texas. Caroline taking 3.5 with BYU at Arizona State. Greg laying the points. Let's see. They're both taking Arkansas, laying the 23.5. Both taking Missouri, laying the 7. Greg taking Army plus 16 against Notre Dame. Caroline going to take the Irish and lay the points. Both taking Alabama at Oklahoma, and they're both taking Texas A&M at Auburn, and both going with an upset. Vanderbilt at LSU. What's everybody have planned for the weekend? Sophia, what you got going on this weekend?
Not much. I mean, I'll probably go to the game with my parents, and then I don't know. I feel like this weekend's kind of boring a little bit.
We'll be at Kyle all day Sunday. We can't leave.
Yeah, we have slating. I kind of forgot. Yeah, we'll be here forever. But I have an exam on Monday, so I'm gonna try to find somewhere quiet.
So what's slating?
It's like when I'm about to be out, and we're gonna slate the new exec. And it's like a full day of we have to wait around until they've decided who it'll be. So it's like 6-7 hours of like sitting around.
Our whole chapter.
The whole house, 600 girls in one house. So.
And y'all just talk about
who's going to be the
girls?
officers. They decide who's going to be the new officers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm teaching dance Saturday morning. Had to call an extra practice.
Saturday morning?
Yeah. I just got a text that one of my dance girls fractured her foot, so she can't dance for 6 weeks. Yeah.
That's not good. So on the injured list, you'll have to redo everything.
Yeah, at least she's a good dancer, so I'm not worried about it.
Okay. All right. Appreciate everyone. Greg, what do you got going on? Just
my buddy's got a horse running at Churchill on Sunday. And actually my Philly's half brother is in the race. So gonna go to Churchill, actually go to church on Sunday, just Churchill racetrack. So yeah, and then just get the store set up. Probably gonna make some sausages for the weekend and trying to get everything set up for Thanksgiving, just because just want to smoke a bunch of turkeys and just try to get through the week. So yeah, just ready for the football season to end and ready for some cold weather. It's kind of weird. It's November 20th and it was 75, 80 degrees the other day. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, kind of rolled into today a little bit. It's cooler here today. Is it cold there, Caroline, yet?
It was like 37 this morning.
So cool.
Oh, wow. Yeah. A little crispness in the Ozark air.
Mm-hmm.
All right, don't forget, LB's Meat Market, 2008 University Avenue in Oxford, 662-259-2999. Text the number. You can call the number, of course, if you'd rather talk to a person. They're very nice at LB's. They'll talk to you and give you your order and stuff. If you would rather text your order because you just don't want to talk, maybe you're shy, you're nervous about talking to Greg, you can text the order in and you'll get 10%.
Yes, and when you text it, my mom lets me know whenever somebody texts an order in. So she gets really excited about it. So I was literally in Kentucky the other day and she's like, we got a text today. I'm like, oh, good, Mom. What did we get? She got 2 lane trains and 6 poppers. I was like, that's awesome. So
that's fantastic.
She definitely lets me know about the text messages. So y'all please at least just pretend the text message or just say but she really likes to check those text messages.
All right, that text number again, 662-259-2999. We'll be back earlier next week. Caroline will actually be here in the Clark Ford Studios, and we'll have another edition. We'll have a Thanksgiving weekend edition of The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor. Sophia, thank you so much for joining us. It was fun.
Thank you for having me.
So for Sophia Shepard, for Caroline McCready, for Greg Jones, I'm Neil McCready. Until next time, take care. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.